nothing quite so popular these days as steam-ups, steam festivals, steam expos, including the gallopers and the steam yachts and the steam traction engines. But this one is absolutely unique because it includes a bioscope, one of the old traveling fairground shows, and this is the last that still exists in this country. And in those days, it wasn't enough just to show the people some films. You had to get them into the show first.
Bros Bioscope Show, B1914, Films and Equipment.
The show is run by 87-year-old Mr. Albert Groves of Leeds. It's a genuine family business, complete with his children and his grandchildren. Between them, they present a 15-minute silent film show of exactly the sort you could have found on fairgrounds around the turn of this century. George Groves strikes up the Cayley electric arc, using current supplied from a steam traction engine outside the tent. Albert Groves then takes over to present some very rare colour scenes of a film called The Passion of Christ, which was a terrific hit around 1906. It was specially hand-tinted, frame by frame, using what was called the Pathy-colour system. Today it looks like an old, faded religious photograph on the wall of a Victorian church hall that's suddenly come to life. In those pre-censorship days, the figure of Christ was freely portrayed on the screen, a situation which changed when the British Board of Film Censors was established about 1912, and it was considered that the appearance of the figure of Christ on the screen was a blasphemy. The film was advertised as costing £5,000 with a vast crowd of extras. And I suspect that many of these people are coming round twice. Perhaps their robes were coloured differently the second time round. The Pathy-colour system was also used most effectively for early types of trick film, like this one that was called magic bottles. The principal ingredient here is the technique of double or even triple exposure on the master negative. In those early days, films were constantly pirated, so every opportunity had to be taken to include the trademark of the company built into the story itself. In this case, the Pathy cock is cleverly used to dissolve, by a process of double exposure, into the Pathy lady. Albert Groves has been in the film business almost since it first